My dear friends, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MOC membership. Today, my dear friends, I have a great news for you because I have created a second channel, the MOC Talks, and there we discuss more things about the maritime industry, the shipping industry, more in details, and I explain the reasons why things happen because after a lot of decades of in this industry, I am able to accurately see things and understand the reason behind that why they are happening. Here you can see for sure, you can see some of the videos that I have already uploaded on the channel, which is Beginner's Guide to the Shipping Industry, Apprentice Essentials, and also I explain the problems behind the explosion, behind the incidents. I'm also opening the scope of the seafarers so they are more prone to learn new things. And despite so much effort from IMO and despite so much effort from the companies itself, still they are failing behind of what actually should be done. And the reason behind is that there is no actual attention to the reasons which cause these incidents and accidents. And basically, it is just taking the top of the iceberg, as many like the iceberg example, and does not see the below water tragedy from my side. I can tell that is happening across the industry. So there is huge room for improvement, but this improvement does not come because there is a few people that actually driving the innovation and the real change that serves both owners, communities, and seafarers. That's why today I would like specially thank all the membership that has been already here on the channel. And these people that have selected the membership, they know the exact value that the material is being providing because simply it is the only one channel across the globe that provide so much interesting things which is related with the shipping, the maritime, the marine engineering. We have also expanded to some of the aspects which is related with the crude oil, which is mostly, let's say, dedicated for the deck department, but it's not only limited to the deck department because you never know. As engineer also, maybe you will have the opportunity to participate on another organization, which still it is in the oil industry because as many says the oil will disappear. I have not seen that presence, to be honest. And the only reason why I don't see that presence exists, it is this specific table here, which shows exactly how many crude oils are across the globe. So there is hundreds of crude oils which been already, let's say, disappeared. They will reappear some new of them in the future from other countries, other locations, and for sure it will continue for long and long and longer. But the most important thing is, in order to stay ahead of the industry development and catch that opportunity and create more additional business opportunity, this is the reason why you need this specific knowledge and why also I'm really keen on the development of the knowledge and the education, because this is the fundamentals in order to create additional marginal gains for the businesses. And the faster the businesses understand the value of these specific training materials and individuals, mostly for individuals, the faster they will develop their career. So you do not have to put extremely effort in order to create value. So you have to put the exact amount of power and knowledge in order to create additional knowledge and value, which will continuously reinvest and develop new opportunities. This is how it works. But the most important thing is that there is really, really huge lack of the professionals that actually take the leap of faith in order to create something new. Yes, because there is a fear of judgment from the internal organization. Many of people, yes, will say, why you spend the time there? You should do this, you should do that. But this is not how the business development is working. It's basically working when you give the free time for people to think of what they are doing. And I will give you an example, a really good example of this book, which is 3 years of accumulation just in a small guide which you can take on board. You can take it with you, explore it. And the most important thing is, well, why this project, all projects and all the memberships really matters, and I will show you, because each and every section has been specifically selected. You can see things which is related, let's say, with the crude oil washing, also translated to different languages. And the reason why I highly believe in this specific material, it is because the value that they provide, it's multiple than the value of the investment. And this was always my goal. My goal, always working, let's say, to other organizations, that the energy that I will put, it will give me, the output will be 10 to 20 times more the initial investment. And that's why this boiler advanced course, the crude oil washing masterclass course, the marine simulations bundle, the bunkering optimization project with the sludge optimization project, the purifier advanced course, and a lot of training materials which has been done through the years, step by step, level by level, are able to guide you from zero to expert, just only with this material. And also to check it on board, check with your real experience on board. That means you basically save a lot of years of effort. And with that, it opens your scope for further development. This is the goal of the material, this is the value of the channel, and this is all the value that I am providing to you. Yes, it has a cost, it has an initial cost, but I told you again that the expenses are very, very small from what you are taking back. So I'm really glad, yes, that I have experience at Shell, one of the most biggest oil majors, but the most important thing that I'm glad for, that I have worked with people that it was not that much, but actually valued my expertise on that. And they really believe that, small amount of people that really believe in me, that bring the progress and the new opportunities. So I have a really great program for the future as well. So we will explain as well the dewatering of the crude oil, how it happens. A lot of companies still are behind, falling behind on that. But the most important thing is that recently, what I have learned, before we go yes to that, please join my new channel, MOC Talks. Just go there, there is more material already available, and I explain also all the things that are related with the maritime industry, so it will open your scope. And also many thanks to all our members. All our members. I really appreciate your membership. And as you can see, our recent member is Kyriakos. Thank you, Kyriako. As we progress all together, you can see also the badges are became bigger and bigger. So the latest badges, I believe, if you are just to run more than 6 months on the level, you can see in Hiram also superintendent level for more than 6 months, they get the highest level of subscription. Okay, that means that they're the most, let's say, valuable. Not that all the rest are not valuable, are really valuable, but they have make it a little bit longer for the memberships. And thank you very much, each and every of you, for your trust. You can see that the revenue is not small, it's not big. It is about $58, and if you can, let's say, compare that of what I was gaining, let's say, at Shell, by providing my expertise, this amount is really small. So let's at least, okay, if you do not like to purchase anything, not of the project, at least your thumbs, your share, and your, let's say, comments, whatever you like. So just to keep pushing a little bit more for the development. It does not cost you anything. So yes, just keeping pushing that a little bit. So yes, I can also invest more amount for the development for the channel. Okay, because now this is my only income that I have. Okay, it is difficult times, but I believe that in difficult times there is also more opportunities that are able to discover. So basically, during the last, let's say, 8-9 months since I lay off, since I resigned, let's say, I was not lay off, I was resigned from my role, and I explain also why the reasons. I have created this book. I have created the crude washing masterclass course. I have created the bunker project. I have created a website, and unfortunately, yes, my LinkedIn was not going so good, but I have created another LinkedIn account which is only for sharing my videos and distributing across the LinkedIn. So it is a new profile. Let me share with you. This is my new LinkedIn profile, which I believe it is much more interesting because it does not have a lot of posting, which I have used, let's say, AI also to improve my posting in previous, let's say, channel, which I consume a lot of time, let's say, doing things. And actually all the things was real. It is very easy to develop with my knowledge and the expertise, new products, new items for Resolve, but yes, there was no that much demand, and I became really tired when posting things. So I say, okay, I give up completely the network that I have been built for, let's say, many months, because sometimes you have to start from the beginning in order to create something great and new. Okay, some more valuable projects. And I really believe, because I'm sure that through the years I was actually creating value. So I was never basis on my network or on my connections. Okay, so I never used that, let's say, power of somebody knowing over somebody else. So I didn't like that one. And in one case also, yes, I asked somebody, yes, that if he can take me as a superintendent. I have also showed that video in this channel, working 1 week as superintendent. So I also went off from there because, yes, I didn't like the atmosphere of working. I didn't like the way of working, so a lot of things got wrong. And you can see, okay, before we start the main, let's say today, let's say discussion about what I would like to share with you, I can share with you something very, very interesting, for the reason because you see a lot of companies, if you're opening, let's say, the jobs here, they're searching for superintendents, for a lot of things, a lot of that, asking a lot of things, but you can see you can go for 1 week and maybe you are not fit in the team. So just imagine somebody taking all that process, okay, taking days, years, okay, not years, months, until they apply. They will, let's say, I will tell it in Greek, θα τους πάρουν τη ψυχή, δηλαδή they will remove their soul from their body in order to apply in that position, and then you are going there and it does not deserve. So this is a really, really great point to share with the recruiters, because I know that the recruiters does not have experience of working in such environment, in maritime environment, and then you pick up some recruitment, yes, people to recruit some professionals. So basically they don't know the professionals, they don't know how to select the professionals. So that's why during my last position, uh, when we resign, we make a, let's say, last dinner with all the team together to say goodbye in Rotterdam. And one thing I really remember from my manager, that he told me that he was looking for somebody for this position, this specific position of marine technical advisor, and he had a bad feeling that he will not find anyone, okay, for that position, because I understand that they was looking for some captain, somebody more experienced maybe, and all that people didn't like to take that position, okay. Maybe there was, okay, for the salary, one of the reasons. Maybe it's also the demand of that specific role. Maybe they know something about that, okay. So then maybe they downgraded. I don't know. Okay, that one. Maybe they downgraded. Maybe no. But he had that feeling that they will not find anyone for this position, because this position was open for many, many months. And the person that was there, he would like, yes, to change the role within the organization, and went to another, let's say, position. Really great person. I really enjoy, yes, to work with him, and he deserves, yes, all that he has achieved through the years in the crude oil and in the business itself, yes, in the maritime operations, yes, really great person. And he had really a bad feeling, yes, that he will not find anyone. But actually, they found a person after many, many tries. They create, my manager, yes, he create a method in order to teach me for some period in this specific role. And then what is happening, there is some people entering within the team and they destroy all that setup. Then, yes, somebody starts speaking when they see, yes, that the other team is going, let's say, ahead. There is a lot of blah, 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 blah. And the most important thing is that we as experts, we does not need to be allocated to some location, okay? Then maybe they see you fewer, let's say, hours in the office, and the office is something compulsory, okay? You cannot avoid to going there. They believe, yes, that you are not doing actually nothing, but then they see the value that you are bringing, it is more than millions, and they say, how this is possible? How this is possible? We do not see them. We do not see them interacting with the organization, but how this is possible to bring these such millions? And I will explain you the reason how this is possible to bring millions, because you have your own network. You have your own setup, which you are dedicated and allocated. where you have responsibility and accountability. And also, you are keeping pace by monitoring of what is happening in your field. You do not have to expand to different fields, to different sections of the organization, okay? Because that will be really, really difficult and tremendous to keep up. So you will waste a lot of time and the efficiency will not be as necessary, okay? This is the thing you can understand. Some people are not able to understand it, even reaching 50, 60 years or even more. After so much experience in organization, they still believe that they're playing in the childhood playground, okay? So people that are understanding more things than the others are actually does not playing. So that's why the reason why they are resigning. And the reason why I also resign, I highly believe to myself that despite any difficulties I will find in front of me, despite any, let's say, um, abortion from the industry, anybody, let's say, the same companies that I have worked with that organization, I know that everybody is busy and really nobody gives a shit about you, okay? I know that, okay? But still, I give them the opportunity to test them and see how they react. And it really confirm my exactly thinking. So the only thing that I did this month is just reconfirm that actually they are the ineffectiveness. Okay, I knew that. I knew that. I do not have to prove to myself, but I just prove it for reconfirmation. Because as engineers, when we are working in the different mindsets, in order to see that the things are working properly, you have to reconfirm them twice and third time. And this is also happening with everything in the science, in the technical stuff. So before you release a product, you have to test it twice or three times, depends the test, okay? You can ask it also in the laboratory as well, all the things in the science. When you have a background which is Bachelor of Science, and you have actually did some things on board, you have seen things, you know how the science and how the physics are working in the world. So that's why, and this is the reason why you are able to ramp up much faster than all the other people, and you are able to survive in any organization. And this is why I highly believe this material will able to lift up your mindset and your skills in order to think differently. But the ramp up, it's not only dependent from the knowledge that you have, it is also the trust and the support that you have from your management. Okay, together. This is how the things are working behind. This is some technical stuff, this is some technical things which not everybody are able to see. But now, since you know the things, you are able to build better teams. And I still have to finish my book, How to Build Great Teams. I still have to do that. I will do that, and I will create also a additional course, but I have to put a lot of effort on that, okay? And with your help, for sure, with your subscriptions, I will have much more motivation to complete that. But anyway, I will find the motivation. So let's go back to our today topic, which make me really thinking about of this project, of this crude oil washing masterclass, which bends and combines really great. So the first Greek ship of John Alafouzos basically loaded the first tanker on the port of Tartarus of Syria. The first, let's say, load of the Syrian crude oil from the start of the war, okay? Basically, the vessel loaded in 1st of September. 1st of September, the vessel, the Greek-owned vessel Nissos Christiana, and let's see together Nissos Christiana. So basically, this is one of new vessels of the company, Nissos Christiana. She loaded in Syria, and now she is located to Eastern Mediterranean Sea, and she's going to Italy. She's going to Italy. So now you can see who is buying the oil. Italy, and she will go to this port here. Let's see. Oh, no, we make some mistake. Italy, let's see. She will go to, what island is that, Corsica? Sardinia. So Sardinia will need some of crude oil. Saroch port. I didn't know even that port, okay? So she loaded 600,000 barrels of this oil. And the cargo was bought by BB Energy, one of the world, let's say, biggest company selling the crude oil. But who is the buyer? We don't know. What is the price they're buying? Let's see what is the price of that crude oil. Kirk crude oil. Kirk. Let's see. Let's see. Let's write Kurdish crude oil price. Okay, let's see export. And one of the most important things that you have to know is that the crude oil is bought basis of what products you want to extract from that. Okay, you can see basically also that the price of extraction per barrel, let's see, transportation cost 20.16 per barrel, let's say. Okay, if they sell it, let's say 40, 45, does not know, it is still below the WTI, the Brent, the Murban. But let's check the characteristics of that crude. Let's check the characteristics of that crude. I have seen that it's quietly light crude, which is about 85 density, but it can change. I do not have the latest information about the crude, but I can say definitely it is a really great crude on this price. The ship is new, is from 2015, and the ship owner is Kyklades Maritime with a Greek flag. Yes, Greek flag vessel. Let's see, she is, yes, on the way already. And yes, this is good news because Europe will have crude oil supply chain, and actually these crude oil reserves are quite big. Okay, we are talking about of 45 billions of barrels, which attract more than 45 countries, companies, 45 companies, just imagine, from more than 30 countries. And we can see also the oil production from 2008 ramp up to 71 million barrels per year. 71 million barrels per year. So let's quickly see 71 million barrels per year. Let's make it 72, divide by 2. So it is 36 VLCCs can be loaded per year. 36 VLCCs per year times 2 million, 72 million barrels times $20. Yes, it is billions. So it is about 1.4 billions of revenue from. Yes, we're talking with billions. And you can see how much important it becomes when we are talking about billions, how much important is to invest in the knowledge, on the training of your personnel on board. This book, it costs nothing, really nothing. It can be the guide of, let's say, the guide of good practices on board, and also the crude oil washing masterclass, which is here. Let me show with you crude oil masterclass course. Let me see here. Okay, the book is here. And here the crude oil masterclass. So you can see there is a lot of different languages, but since you unlock this masterclass course, you have access to all these videos. I have done also some practical tests with the crude oil to see how it reacts. So just to reconfirm the tests, which is very, very cheap, and you can done also that on board. So the crude oil masterclass is available on different languages. You can see also and explore all the languages, and will boost the transportation, let's say, knowledge to maximum and losses to minimum. This is the reason why this crude oil washing masterclass course has been created on different languages, on English, on Tagalog, on Chinese. I have selected all the languages which has the most amount of seafarers. Basis on that, these languages has been selected, also Russian as well. So in total it is, if I'm correct, it is total 10 days, if I'm correct, yes, 10 days, something like that. So you can see totally 78 videos. And this is, yes, where became, when we are talking about billions, so just imagine if a company, BB Energy or other companies, are losing, because yes, I know that the vessel has losses, because this was my last position with the losses, related with the losses, how to find the losses, where are they located, what is the reason of the losses. It can go, believe me, up to millions. It can go up to millions. So companies are losing millions if there is ROB or there is difficulties to unload the vessel. I have many examples. I can also create a specific video for that, which I explain also the reasons and how I was able, let's say, to instruct and mitigate the things for each and individual crude oil. And that's why where this course, this online course from the MOC membership channel for crude oil washing masterclass, together with, combined with the book, it gives you all that advantage. It gives you all that advantage. in order to reduce your losses. So let's see what else we have. Probably, yes, they will develop the port. Also, it depends, yes, what kind of vessel it can move. From the view of port, it depends also the flexibility, what it can create for the trading as well, and the availability of the vessels in that specific region. But you can see the first flowing of crude oil is being started. And also I have seen that, yes, the pool point could be great, the cloud point can be great. And then you build your data as well. You build your data and you monitor how this crude oil is being behaving. So that is it. Great vessel, great company. I have applied in the past there. Didn't, the cake didn't work. No, doesn't matter. I still believe, yes, it is a great company. They invest a lot. They build nice vessels, great vessels, and I hope we can also collaborate with some of the great Greek companies in order to bring that development that as much required. Because I have many projects. I have created some fantastic development projects, business opportunities, which are able to create a huge value for the shipping industry. The only thing, the only barrier that I believe that exists, it is the approach and the discussion. So that's why I have created also the video why the shipping companies are isolated, and I also explain how they can resolve this barrier in order to make the flow, the inflow of new opportunities and development. Thank you very much. Don't forget to join the MOC membership. Don't forget to subscribe, to press your like, your notifications, set your notifications if you're interested in this material. Because I highly believe that we can improve things, we can do things, work much more efficient, and this will create additional value. We will make the industry more favorable for everybody, for the owners, for the seafarers, for everyone. So everyone feels value and feels that they participate in the industry. Okay, this is the goal. This is the goal. It is not by creating something that it will disappear, let's say, in 1-2 months. It is a last long impact on the industry, which will have only benefits. Because I have been there, I have sailed there from my apprenticeship, I have been there as third engineer, I have been there as second engineer, I have been also in many modifications, dry docks. I have been also sailing as chief engineer, and I had also to give my advice to the businesses, to the major businesses, in order to resolve the problems. Because the expertise, it is the fundamental for the development and for new business opportunities. Don't lose that opportunity for development. Check your membership carefully and make your decision basis on your goals and your wills. Thank you very much, and see you on the next video. From Mihail, MOC membership and MOC Talks. Bye bye. I wish you a great day. Bye.